kitchen and welcome to my channel Cake. I'm your hostess Suzanne. Today we're going to be making this ghoulish brain cake. If you'd like to know how I made it and how you can make it too, just keep watching. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on our scary brain cake for Halloween. Oh my goodness. I love Halloween because I love decorating Halloween treats. Okay, let's go ahead and start carving our brain out. And I have a large serrated knife here. And I'm just going to start by cutting the sides off. Just about that much. And do this other side. About the same amount. Gotta make sure you're doing the same angles. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and take a little off here. Kind of make it a little... Did you see that? That was pretty nifty. We're going to go ahead and cut down. I'm liking this method of just cutting and swiping it onto the plate. There we go. And we're going to make a little indent around the bottom. My cake is chilled. It's a little bit easier to work with it chilled. It's not frozen by any means, it's just been in the fridge, not the freezer. Now that we have the shape of the outside of the brain, let's go ahead and make that channel, that divot, whatever it's called, down the middle. And just want to take your knife and score it. And take the other side and go at an angle. Just take it at an angle. When you're carving cake, you always want to just take small amounts off. And just work your way to the right shape. It almost looks like a loaf of bread. It looks pretty yummy, doesn't it? Pretty soon it's not going to look yummy. Pretty soon it's going to look gross. I'm going to get this place cleaned up and then we'll give this a crumb coat. See you in a second. Okay, I've cleaned up now and I've put our brain cake on a silver cake board, as I thought this would look the closest to a tray that you would see in an operating room where they take the brain out. I know that sounds a little morbid, but it's Halloween, you guys. Come on. Let's go ahead and give her a crumb coat. And a crumb coat is just a thin layer of frosting to seal in those crumbs. You always want to wipe off your offset spatula in a separate bowl, as you don't want to contaminate your other frosting with the crumbs. Okay, I'm going to stick her in the freezer for about 15 minutes, let her firm up, and we'll do the final coat. See you in a second. Okay, I just took our brain cake out of the freezer, and off camera I went ahead and gave it its final coat. And now we need to make this look like a brain. Let's go ahead and get started. I have a box of the Wilton Preferred fondant here. It is 1.5 pounds. I dyed the whole 1.5 pounds using Americolor Soft Pink. Okay, let's go ahead and roll out our brain. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of powdered sugar on my prep table, a little snow. There we go. And I'm going to take a little, and now we just have to make a lot of snakes. a lot of snakes. You want to try to get it the same thickness all the way through, and each one of them the same thickness. It's very labor intensive, but it's worth it. It turns out so cool. This is the second time I've made this cake. My cousin, who's like a sister to me, her husband had a brain aneurysm, I think it's been 2 years ago, on Halloween. And to celebrate him getting out of the hospital and living, he almost died, she had me make him a brain cake. I will post that picture at the end of the video. You guys let me know which one you like better. We'll be brushing off this powdered sugar so the pink will show through a little bit better. This cake is crusted over, so I'm going to add a little bit of water so the fondant will stick to it better. And dab it on there. Let's go ahead and start here at the front. Just takes a little bit of water, not much. I'm just going to use smaller sections. There we go. There's our first part of our brain cake. You want to make sure each part is touching the one next to it. So you got to sometimes finagle it a little bit like that. It's going to be close. I don't know if 1.5 pounds is enough. We'll see. Last time I made this cake, I didn't have a clue on how much fondant to use, and I had to dye the fondant like 3 different times. So I thought I would just use the whole thing, and that might not be enough. Thank you so much for watching this video. It really does mean the world to me. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to watch another one of my videos. If you are new to my channel and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. It is quick and it's easy, but most importantly, it's totally free. If you like this spooky brain cake video, please give me a big old thumbs up. If you have any comments, please leave those down in the comments section down below. I would love to hear from you. Don't worry about the little bit of that white buttercream poking through. We're going to cover this whole cake with the blood. Our brain cake is all covered in fondant and is ready for the blood. To make blood, you'll just want to get some seedless red jam. In this case, I have red raspberry seedless jam. And just put some in a bowl. Add a little bit of water to thin it out. And just whisk it together, break it up. It's okay if there's a little bit of clumps in there. You just don't want big clumps. At least I don't want big clumps. A little bit of coagulation's fine. And next you just spoon this jam right over your cake. Doesn't that look cool? And I do want it to go onto the cake board as well. Go ahead and take a small pastry brush if you have one, just to get up here underneath. Cover those grains. That looks pretty spooky to me. When I made this for JT's celebration, people wouldn't eat it. They didn't understand it was cake. It's super good. It just looks pretty gross. So I sent it home with JT. The jam is filling in the gaps where the fondant didn't touch or didn't meet. Oh my goodness, our spooky brain cake turned out pretty good. I like it. It's like I have a brain on a silver platter. I think if you were asked to bring a dessert to a Halloween party, if you showed up with this, you would be the hit of the party for sure. It's so cool, but yet so ghoulish. I love it. If I can do this, you guys can do this. This one just takes a little bit more time than some other ones, but it's well worth it. I'm having an amazing day. I hope you are as well. Until next time, make it a great day. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Who's ready to rock and roll with me? If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Cool, yeah. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Board, I thought this would look a little bit similar to a surgery type. The cake has crusted over, so I'm going to add a little bit of water to this buttercream. That will, holy schnikes! I'm going to add a little bit of water to this buttercream. Schnikers.